You ever had that one friend you were close with, but as you got older, you both drifted apart? Now, I know I'm not the only one who has experienced this. While I grew up being what people call the shy, introverted kind, I did have my fair share of friends I became close with, right? A good example of the kid I was growing up is that one introverted kid that sits in a corner or usually keeps to themselves? But when you or someone approaches them and befriends them, that same kid is the complete opposite once they are comfortable with you. That was me. I kept to myself. I only did what I needed to do and never talked openly. When I had people approach me and genuine friendships grew out of them, I would get more and more comfortable talking with them to the point that I would not shut up when me and my friends would meet up. Like, it really depended though. If it was a topic I loved or familiar with, then sure, I would just continue talking and not shut up. It's just yap after yap. Or when it was a group conversation, I would actually remain quiet and listen, right? Only chime in when I was asked about the topic at hand or when I was asked for my opinion. Other than that, I would always be quiet and do what I felt like. A lot of things stick with me up to this day, but there's a couple of friendships that start back from elementary school or middle school that I believed would last into adulthood. But I realized something. Not everyone you meet is meant to be in your life forever. People take their own paths. You and that great friend will drift apart with time because you both go down different routes in life. You will have different friends during your childhood years, your adolescence years, and your adulthood, and even your elderly years. I have lost connection with 99% of my friends from elementary school. I went to a different middle school, they went to a different middle school, and etc., right? We didn't have prominent phones like now back then, so we didn't have a proper way to stay in touch. These smartphones like the iPhones and things like that, if my memory is right, they became more prominent, more popular by the time I was in middle school, like around the sixth grade. Then that other 1% that went to the same middle school as me, it was a little different. There in middle school, I met new people, met new friends, obviously, right? We had our little group going, right? It was like that one friend you would see in the lunch area or cafeteria taking over a table. It was awesome. Let me tell you that. It really was. Eventually, middle school was over.